everyone, so in today's video I'm going to talk about ways you can tell your character is fully developed. I feel like character development is one of the most important parts of books. Like, characters are the one thing that are like the most important to me, which is of course subjective, but I feel like just characters give the story a life and they're just infinitely important. And this is not going to be like character development tips. I could make another video on that. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see that, but it's just going to be ways you can tell if the character is developed. And if you can't really tell these things, you should probably work on it a lot more and develop it even more. Yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. So the first thing is, there's no one else like them. It happens to me really often that I feel like I have many characters who are super similar. Usually the problem when it comes to that is that they're just not fully developed, because just when the character is fully developed, they have their own personality and there's just no one exactly like them. Of course there are other people who are similar and sure other characters who have a lot in common with them, but there's just no one the same like them, So that's really how you can tell that like the character is probably really nicely developed when you can't think of anyone else who would be exactly the same. The second thing is, you can always tell what the character is going to do even without thinking about it. This is the kind of thing that, you're in a life situation or something and you're like, oh my gosh, my character would definitely do this and that in this situation. Or maybe like they would say this joke right now or whatever. You know exactly what's going to be their opinion on something, or just when you don't even have to think about it for a long time and you immediately know what the character is going to do, how they're going to react and all that stuff. Number 3 is they have their own will and do whatever they want to do. And now many people look at me like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? But this is like a writing level million, but you have to be very deep in the bookworm and writing world if you actually know what I'm talking about, because there are people who will react to this like, how can they do something that like you cannot control? You're the writer, you're writing them, it's not a real person and all that stuff. But it's just, I don't know how to describe it honestly. Just like, if you're not a writer and a bookworm, you probably don't understand this, but just when the character is fully developed, it's like you give them so much life that they just, like you're writing and the fingers are like moving on the keyboard and you're just writing the story, but the character then does something and you're like, you are not even aware that you're writing it. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like the character just does whatever he wants. I have a quote right there on my dream board, or however I should call it. It is, you can't blame a writer for what the characters say. And that is partly actually true, because the characters, when they're really fully developed, they have their own mind, no matter how crazy that sounds. But if you ever find yourself writing a scene and then the character says something and you're like, did I just write it? I didn't know that I was writing this. I was not planning on writing this. That's what I'm talking about. In that case, the character is most probably very nicely developed. And last but not least is, you can feel what the character feels. I feel like this depends a lot on other factors as well, not only on the development of the character, such as just, how you describe the scene, how you set it, and everything around it. It depends a lot on descriptions when it comes to feeling what the character feels, but at the same time, you are the writer, and this is from the writer's point of view, not the reader's point of view. So if you can really strongly feel what the character feels, it means that you just have a very strong relationship with the character, but also that the character must really be almost at the level of a human being, like an actual human being, because the amount of compassion that you feel and the amount of just feelings that you have because of the character is just so strong that it's no longer just like an idea, just, it's an actual person, if you know what I'm saying. So if you feel what the character feels without even setting the scene yet or something, then you probably have a very nicely, beautifully developed character. So that's all the things that I have to say in this video. I really hope it was helpful. Really let me know down below in the comments, like I said, if you have either any writing video requests or any other video requests, or if you want to see another character development video that would be more practical and specific and stuff like that. So I'm gonna shut up now. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and that will be it. Have a brilliant day and see you soon with another video. Bye!